Good morning, friends. So we are up bright and early, which is nothing new, but we're getting our day started. I've got a whole list of things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that I want to get done and share with you guys today. So I figured might as well go ahead and get those started early so I can get them done earlier. So I'm going to start out with making some cowboy candy. I've been excited about this. It's something I've been wanting to try. I got the recipe from my friend Heather. She watches me on YouTube. That's how we found each other, but we're real life friends. She sent me her recipe. I'll ask her if I can share it. I don't know if it's actually hers or if she got it from something. But if she says I can share it, it will be linked down below. If she's not comfortable with that, it'll be written out down below. If she's not comfortable with that, then I will find something similar and put it down. If you're interested in stuff like this, now I know everybody doesn't watch because they can. Hopefully you don't watch me because you want tips, because I'm not good at it. But I know not everybody watches me because they can, but I know a few people can, and I'm just gonna include it. Some people might search it and find it somehow, and I want to include the recipe. The recipe calls for 4 pounds of jalapenos. I just grabbed a bag full. Not a bag full, but like, I guess this many. It's a little bit over a pound. It's 1.12 pounds. I'm just gonna make it. I wasn't worried about making the whole recipe because I've never had this before. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna like it. So I thought I would just grab some. I would make that. We would try it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. We're gonna make some cookies. I'm gonna make some homemade Nesquik. My friend Bethany had posted the recipe and I thought that is genius. Noah used to love Nesquik. He called it Nesquik, and that's all he would drink when it comes to chocolate milk, and I've not bought it in forever. And when she shared that recipe, it made me remember Nolan in his Nesquik days. So I wanna make some of that for the pantry. We're gonna make some cookies. I'm gonna prepare and batter some more squash that's in the refrigerator. Need to get it cleaned out. I think our squash plants are pretty much done for. We already tossed one. And I thought about planting another one, but I'm not sure. I need to figure it out, because if I'm going to, I need to get it in the ground so that it is, good going, producing before the frost. Anyways, I'm gonna make some angel food cake because we've got a whole bunch of eggs and I wanna get them used up, and I really want an angel food cake. So am I gonna make cookies today, or am I gonna put that off? We might put off the cookies, or we might do it. We'll see at the end. The kids slept in the treehouse last night, so they could be getting up at any time. They might already be awake. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I made me a cup of coffee. I've not even made it, I brewed it. I gotta add the goods. And it's probably cold now. I'm gonna warm that up, and then we're gonna go ahead and get a drink of that and then get started. I got me some gloves because I ain't in the mood to deal with the pepper burn, as well as I have a pair of clear fake glasses that I wear when I'm weed eating. If it's not sunny, I can't find them, so I'm gonna wear my blue light glasses because I'm not in the mood to be dealing with jalapeno juice in my eyeballs. Anyways, I'm gonna get me a drink of coffee and then we're gonna get to work. I hope that you enjoy this video. It's just me in the kitchen. We do these mostly on Mondays for motivation. We sometimes do cleaning as well, but today is just a bunch of kitchen prep. If you enjoy these, make sure you subscribe down below. If you haven't joined our channel already, we would love to have you here. And we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Had a few kids, bought a new house, promised you heaven, but it never did work out. Got a new job and moved uptown. I bought you everything, you never questioned why. All this time I waited for a season where everything felt right. All
calls for 6 cloves of garlic. We're only doing like a fourth of the recipe. So I'm just gonna do 2 cloves of garlic. It's been ages since I bought actual garlic. I usually buy minced, but I've not been a big fan of minced lately. I guess I've never actually been a fan of it. It's just more convenient.
We're gonna make dessert. We're making pudding pop dessert cups. So y'all remember the Jello pudding pops, right? Here we go.
Had a few kids, bought a new house, promised you heaven, but it never did work out. Got a new job and moved uptown. I bought you everything, you never questioned why. All this time I waited for a season where everything felt right. All the days
and make the homemade Nesquik recipe. Oh, if I can find my cocoa. I know I have it. Okay. And she put hers in a jar, and I might do that, but I really wanted to put it in this. It was an old peanut butter jar. It just seems like it'd be easier to deal with for us, or maybe it won't. Maybe we will use a jar. I don't know. But I'm going to mix mine up in here. She didn't put hers in a food processor, but I thought it would get it good and mixed, and it might help the sugar a little bit. Going to do so. My 1/2 measuring cup is dirty. We're just going to use this half. Hope we got enough cocoa here. Wow, that was a bad idea. Smells really good. Oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Well. Alexa, add cocoa powder to shopping list. Salt. And then we're going to see how big of a mess we can make. We're just going to go with this one, and if it fills this one up, then we'll put the extras in this. And we're just going to use the doohickey here, because I've already made a big enough mess. Let's go ahead and make this airtight. I could actually seal that, I think. We might. I don't know if I can or not. I'll check. I bought a new gadget. It's actually, it's like a, what is it, a vacuum seal thing for jars. I got it from Amazon for like $25, I think. This can be what we try. I'll make him some of this later today and see how he likes it. I want to taste it a little bit. It don't taste like Nesquik?
It does kind of.
Think it does?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make some cookies. I've printed out 2 recipes, but I'm just not in the mood for all of that. I could freeze half of the dough and then it would be less work next time. However, I'm just, again, not in the mood for that. So I'm gonna just take this recipe. It is the M&M cookie recipe from I Heart Nap Time. I'm gonna make it all the way up into adding the M&Ms. And then I'm gonna do half of it with M&Ms, and then half of it I'm going to do a stuffed peanut butter M&M style recipe. So we will share that, but obviously we're sharing that. That's what the video is. But I didn't feel like making 2 different cookie recipes. It's just, I'm over it. I had to take a break, and because my batteries was dead and I didn't want to have to record the entire thing on my phone, and then I thought I'll just do it on my phone, but then I couldn't find the little piece to go on the tripod for my phone, so it's not been in my favor this morning. So I decided that we're just gonna, you know, we had to take a break. We're just gonna make this one recipe here and adapt it and make it into 2. The ones that I'm gonna stuff with peanut butter, I'll probably put them in the freezer to let them sit a little bit. I don't know, no promises. We don't know. We'll see when we get there, I guess. And my butter wasn't softened because I wasn't thinking that I needed to get it out to soften it. We've had a lot going on this morning. The battery wasn't wanting to cooperate. It is what it is. Okay, so now, just gonna put the butter in here. Easy peasy. I mean, it's easier if you let it sit out and, you know, come to room temperature or whatever, but we didn't have, you know, we didn't have time for that, so it is what it is. Okay, so we got 1 cup of packed powdered sugar, brown sugar. I'm gonna need 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Just get this mixed together here. How many eggs? Now we have to add 3 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. I was wondering why my thing started beating together a little bit last minute. This broke off, so I guess I need to see if I can order replacements for this, because I don't use it often, but I use it, and I want to be able to use it if I want to use it, so gotta see if I can buy replacements. I'm hoping I can. I'm sure I can. Okay, so from here we're going to take about half of this and put it into a separate bowl.
Late night, flickering lights, loud crowds on the street as I walk by. There's a fight, sirens drive.
Alright, so I'm going to just eyeball it on this part. I'm not going to like overfill it with them because it will lump them up and, you know, mess with the shape of them a little bit. This is the peanut butter filling. My powdered sugar was a little hard, had some little hard things in it, so I had to put it in the food processor. I went ahead and added maybe 2 tablespoons of the cookie dough to it as well. Thought that might help the peanut butter not melt into the cookies as much. We'll see. We're just going to take about a golf ball size amount here. And then take a little ball of the peanut butter. I'm making these first so I can go ahead and put them in the freezer, and then I'm going to let them set up a little bit while I'm baking the ones I'm not going to freeze. It's easy as that. So. I couldn't find the chocolate chips. I don't know if one of the kids ate them or if I just used them all and didn't know about it. But it's fine. We'll just add more M&Ms to it. Just gonna get these folded in. I'm not gonna put these in the freezer or nothing because I don't really care if they run any. I don't care if the other ones run, really. I just don't want the peanut butter to melt into the cookie if I can help it. If not, no big deal.
Someone singing about the heartaches of her life. Outside a bar, a woman is waiting for a man to end his shift and take her home. I see a star slowly fading by a table where he's drinking all alone. I cross the river, the sound is changing. Across the river, I can hear a different song. Slow rains falling as I'm walking home. Morning light still.
Okay, now we're gonna get started on the angel food cake. The dogs are playing in the background, so they're a little bit loud. Just a little bit. So I will have the recipe linked down below, hopefully. If I can remember. I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna be able to talk through. Well, that's why. This isn't the recipe I followed last time, which I don't think I shared it with you last time because I tried it once before and it failed. And I actually did record it, but then it failed so bad I didn't even include it because that was like the whole video, and I didn't want to include, you know, only a fail. I don't care to share fails, but I didn't want it to only be a fail kind of thing. So I left it out. Anyways, the recipe I followed last time, it worked really good. I think it was. I didn't think that was the first recipe that I followed. I just had better luck with it the second time around. What am I supposed to add here? Oh, that's it. But yeah, I will link this recipe down below. I don't know. I don't remember what recipe that was. Anyways, dogs.
Slowly waking up. Walked for miles. I'm tired. There's a line outside the coffee shop. Across the river, the sound is changing. Across the river, I can hear a different song. Slow rains falling as I'm walking home.
next thing we're gonna do is we're going to get our, what in the world? Why are you being so weird? Okay. And we're gonna get some breakfast burritos prepped. I've got a few of these tortillas, and then I've got some of my favorite ones here. We're gonna get some breakfast burritos prepped and into the freezer. How many's in here? I'm hoping for 10. I bought 2 packs of them. I'm just gonna brown these up because these are already fully cooked, but I'm just not a fan of them not having any brown. I'm not a fan of them having any brown on them. Alright, so I want to put these on a plate here. I'm going to try to get 2. I don't want to stab my pan just like I did. Something that I always do is when I'm using the countertop eggs, I don't usually know, even refrigerator eggs now, but I don't really know how old they are. We've got so many coming in and all that. So I will always do the float test now. Any that float to the top, come back up. I know you're going to. They go into the trash. I only use eggs that don't float. Eggs that float are bad. So you're not supposed to eat those. I'd rather not. We got too many anyways for me to be, you know, tempting fate and eating rotten eggs. So if they float, they go in the trash. Okay, and I'm not going to worry about scrambling them. Scramble them as we cook them here. Plus we like, if you can see, the egg yolk and the egg white. We even sometimes will make omelets that way. I call them fried egg omelets instead of scrambled because they're not, you know, they're obviously not scrambled. Maybe need to turn my heat back up a little bit. And I'm just putting the shells over on a cookie sheet. I'm going to bake them in the oven to dry them out. And then I will give them back to the chickens. Okay, so go ahead and turn this off and unplug it. Push that back there. Okay, so here's where you just do your own thing. I wish I would have cooked up some of my hash browns I have. I have like the southern style hash browns in there. I wish I would have cooked some of those and I could have put them in these as well. If these are a hit, I can just do that next time. I used to make these sometimes. But when I made them, that was when Jonathan lived at home and he ate these quite a bit. It's something that he really liked. I'm sure John will eat it. I just don't think to give him stuff like this much. Nolan would definitely enjoy it. But again, it's just not something I think to give them. Like I just knew that Jonathan liked them, so I would make these and put them in the freezer as well as breakfast sandwiches. And since he got his own food and all that, you know, he would just get them out and eat them. My battery's dying on me, so we're gonna get these wrapped up and hopefully another battery be charged for us because we wasn't prepared for this much videoing, I guess. I'm going to add more cheese and then wrap it up. You could add salsa, whatever, as well. But we're not doing that because my kiddos are weird. Not really, but they just don't like salsa and stuff like that. When it comes to breakfast burritos, they only like salsa on tortilla chips. That one was too full. We'll try again a little bit less this time. Alright, and the last thing we're gonna do, I had some leftover ingredients in the refrigerator from some cheesecake filling, a little bit of Cool Whip, then we had strawberry pie filling as well as some blueberry pie filling opened. Figured we'd make a little trifle, whatever they call them, with one of the angel food cakes and this fruit and the pie filling. I mixed the Cool Whip with the pie filling and then we layered it all together. And then on top I put some fresh strawberries and blackberries that I had collected out of the garden and in the yard. It was delicious. This was definitely a 10 out of 10.
If we come together as one, help each other get stronger. We are bound in the name of the Lord. So let's come together, celebrate each other, stand united as one. We lift our hands up and pray, lay all our love before Him with all of our faith. He is the change within us. There is a light. Let Him lead the way. Lift our hands up and pray today. Oh, pray. Oh, pray. Oh, pray. Oh, pray. So let's come together. Yeah, let's come together. We lift our hands up and pray. Lay all our love before Him with all of our faith. He is the change within us. There is a light. Let Him lead the way. Lift our hands up and pray today. Oh,
Alright friends, and that's going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with us for a little while. We love y'all. As always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Until next time, bye friends.